Tegan here at the MyClayCo studio. We are running a workshop this Saturday, so we thought we would give you a little behind the scene look-see at what goes into running one of our polymer clay workshops. Now, normally we do run our workshops on site here at the studio, but this one we are actually heading to the beautiful Lou Miranda Estate Winery. Before we get there though, we are going to have to do some prepping and packing, so let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is get all of our tools and equipment and everything that we need packed up and ready to go. So I do have this handy storage case on wheels here. We actually haven't run a workshop offsite in, I reckon, maybe 18 months. So I don't even know what's in here. So I think what our first step will be is just having a look and seeing what's in here, unpacking what we don't need, and then we can get packed in here all of those things that we do need. Now, to make this easier, I actually have this workshop prep checklist. Now, I did pop this on our website just because I thought I can't be the only one that needs a workshop prep checklist for running a polymer clay workshop. So it is there as a free downloadable if you do want it. But I think it's just going to help me make sure that we don't forget anything, because that is my worst nightmare when we are running offsite workshops. I would hate to forget something like, imagine if you forgot all the rollers or the tissue blades or the cutters or something. So that just takes that unnecessary stress away from it. Okay, let's open it up. The awesome thing about this is it actually has layers, so you can put all of your different tools and things in here in layers so you know exactly where everything is. Let's have a look. Oh my gosh, this thing is a mess. Okay, so we have paintbrushes, which we likely won't need because we don't plan on varnishing or painting or anything, but I'm going to leave them in there anyway. We also, this is where all of our scissors are. Are you kidding me? Okay, well that's great. I've just found a heap of scissors. I'm just going to keep one pair of scissors in here because you never know when a pair of scissors is going to come in handy. And we also have, oh my gosh, what a mess. We also have a pile of metallic leaf in here. So our last workshop, we must have done something with metallic leaf. And glue, important, so we'll leave that in there. Okay, first layer done. Next layer. So what do we have? We have a few blades from craft knives and we have a couple of tissue blades. We will need to get more tissue blades. So see what I mean about the layers? Like, how handy is that? We actually got the idea for getting one of these cases when we went to, it's like at a wedding, and we saw that the makeup people carry everything in these cases. And we thought, what an awesome idea for workshops. All right, so looks like we've got plenty of pliers in there, and we've also got a couple of drills, but we will need more. Rollers and some modeling tools, more rollers, and baking paper and serviettes. We must have served snacks. Okay, snacks are always good. Rubbish. I'm actually going to leave these plastic bags in here because they're another thing that, again, if you've got them, they often come in handy. So we'll leave them in there. The first couple of workshops that we actually went to were a total schmozzle. We just had boxes and bags and stuff everywhere and we didn't know where anything was. So we're like setting up. It took us so long. And then mid-workshop, we were looking for stuff in different bags. So I highly recommend having a more organized system than we did those first couple of times. Okay, so I have my workshop prep checklist here and I'm just going to start working my way down the list and checking everything off. I forgot we actually have all of these ones here as well. I was wondering where all of our rollers were. Crisis averted, it's fine. So one of the things I will just quickly show you, what we do with our tissue blades, we actually pop a little piece of washi tape up the top here so that your guests know where the sharp bit of the blade is, and it just means that you avoid anyone accidentally slicing their fingers, because that would be bad. So for some things like, say, craft knives, you don't need one per person. So I'm just taking a couple with us. The projects that we're doing, they likely won't need it much. So they might not even get used. So I'll just bring a couple with us. All right, next up we have our work surfaces. So we get our guests just to work on a tile. We use these smaller tiles. Ordinarily we would work on big tiles, but we need to be able to fit them all in the oven. So we have these smaller tiles. Normally we bring one for each guest, but we also do pop in a few spare ones, just in case somebody needs a little bit extra room or something. God, I lost my pen. Where did I put it? Found it. Now we'll come back to cutters in a moment. Modeling tools, we actually do have some already in there, and we won't really be needing modeling tools for what we're doing. Now, decorative tools we will need. So one of the things that we are doing is textures and showing our guests texture mats. So I will go and grab them. So many pretty textures. Should I bring all of them? I think I'm just going to bring all of them. We'll just see what fits. And if they all fit, then we'll just bring all of them. I think I'll pop them in this top bit. Yes, fit perfectly here. Ah, there's plenty of room. Wicked. I've actually lost my pen again. Oh my gosh, it was right here. Textures done. Decorative consumables, so that's like mica and gold leaf. We're not actually using any of those. Oven thermometer and oven mitts. So we just use a tea towel, but same thing. So the tea towel is just for getting hot stuff out of the oven. And oven thermometer, I might actually just put that in here. Obviously, if you are using a different oven to what you normally would use, it's definitely a great idea to have an oven thermometer with you. Baby wipes. I definitely would have forgotten baby wipes. I'm just going to pop 2 packs in because you can never have too many baby wipes. Okay, so polymer clay, I'm going to leave that to Carla. She's actually going to be sorting out some of our scraps and making sure that our clay supplies are all sorted. Liquid clay, I don't think we're going to be needing any liquid clay, so I'm going to say we're not going to bring that. Clay softener, we'll likely not need any, but I'll just grab some just in case. Okay, so I have findings and I'll just show you these. We actually got these from, I think it was Kmart, and they're just little jewelry storage things, and they're perfect for putting findings in at workshops. I'm hoping that these will, look at this. Is that going to fit in perfectly? It does fit in perfectly. Amazing. I can't believe this. I've lost my pen again. Oh, I did leave my pen. Thank you. Okay, so findings and accessories. Actually, findings is done, but we are actually also going to be offering wine charms and key rings at this workshop. So I'm just going to go and grab them as well. So rotary tool we're not going to be using. Super glue, I do already have one in there, but I'm just going to grab another couple. So pliers, there were heaps of sets there. Hand drills, we definitely needed some more of them, so I'll go get a couple of them. Sealants and brushes, I might just put in one satin glaze, although we're not planning on using it. So handouts, promo materials, I don't have handouts as such, but I am just gonna pop our Polymer Clay Workshop run sheet in here. This is actually another free printable that we have on our website. If you are running Polymer Clay workshops, I'm going to find that handy. Reference samples. Okay, I definitely don't have those. Let's go grab them. So reference samples are a really great way that you can show people the possibilities with polymer clay. So I've got a bunch of different stuff in here, as well as some things that we're going to actually be doing in the workshop. So we're going to be doing terrazzo in there. So I've got a terrazzo one. We're going to be doing textures. So I've got a texture one. And it just, I guess, gives them a little bit of inspiration and some ideas on what they can do. So phone/camera, it's just going to be our iPhone, so we'll be taking them with us. Music speaker, I will bring it, but I don't know if we will actually need it. Snacks, important. We're not putting on any snacks or food or drinks or anything for this one because it is held at the winery. So I'm just going to cross that one out. Of course, importantly, we need to make sure we bring some snacks for ourselves. Take home boxes for the guests. So we always just give them a little box to take home with them just so their earrings don't get crushed. Obviously, they're not going to fit in here. Hello. Yes, I've got baby wipes. No, I always seem to forget them and they're so important. Oh, well, thank you. All right, time to put this thing together. Now, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the cutters. I'm going to have a look through our cutter stash here and work out which ones we should take. The workshop is aimed mainly at beginners, so I'm just going to have a look for some simple shapes that are easy for beginners to use. Okay, so I've got a heap of cutters here. One of the things I always find hard when we do offsite ones is just working out which ones to take because I just want to take all of them. I like giving people choices and who knows what different people are into. I'm sure they will find plenty here. So I found this box which was a really good size for the cutters. I'll just pop them in here, but then I'm also just going to pop something in here. There we go, some bubble wrap, just so they're not flying around everywhere in the car. All right, all done. So that is everything that we need now, all prepped and packed. All that's left is the clay. So I'll hand over to Carla and she'll get that all sorted.
So I've got to prep all of the polymer clay for the workshop on the weekend. Now what we do have is all of our clay in like coloured clay boxes. So here are our clay boxes here, and we just have like the little cards on the top so that we know what colours in each one. And if I open up, you'll be able to see we kind of like have them cubed up, but we haven't really gone through and cleaned them up for a while. So I'm just going to take any like scrap pieces that we have, and I'm just going to do some colour mixing of all of our scraps to try and refill our cubed up clay. And then once they're all done, I'm just going to see what colours are kind of like missing or lacking, and then I'll open up some fresh clay blocks and I'll cube them up as well. So onto our scrap mixing. Okay, so I'm finally done. It's been like 2 hours of me going through all of the scrap clay, but I sorted out the colours, rolled and conditioned it all, and then cubed it up. And I now have a beautiful rainbow of clay. So now it's just time to pop all of these in the containers, and then from there we can assess what other colours we might need. So I've sorted out all the clay and I can kind of see some of the hues missing. So like brown, don't really have much accrue. There's a couple of yellows, a blue, a purple. We haven't got like a vibrant orange. I need some more just cadmium red, black and white, and then a couple of different pink varieties. And then that's going to be all of our boxes all full. Now, I will say that this isn't all just for workshops. We do use this within the studio as well. So it's not like if you run a workshop, you need to have every single colour available. You can have an assortment of colours and in much smaller containers. This is just because this is what we have in the studio anyway. So we may as well just have all of the colours on hand so that we can then just use it after the workshop's done. Okay, I've got all of the clay ready, so we will see you on Saturday.
Okay, so it is Saturday morning. I have everything packed up in the car. I've got my coffee and we are ready to go. All right, where are we going? Lou Miranda Estate. Oh my gosh, I spelled it wrong. 58 minutes. Okay. Carla only lives about 15 minutes away from Lou Miranda Estate. For me, it's a little bit of a longer trip, but that's okay. I don't mind the drive because it kind of gives me a chance just to think about everything, you know, prepare what I'm going to say in the intro. Well, it's a little bit dangerous. Think about timings and stuff. You need a mindset change for this because it is important to make sure that you're not running over too much. You cannot get away with playing safe for this. So that's what we'll do. I actually don't mind the drive. I mean, normally when I'm in a car, I have two screaming children in the back, so it's actually going to be quite nice to have this drive, have my coffee in silence. Wanna get home. Kind of looking forward to that. So we've organised to get there at 9:30. It doesn't actually start until 11. I just want to get set up in a leisurely kind of way. Sometimes it's nice just to do things at a leisurely pace. Do you hear that? Nothing. I do love my children very much, but it is a rare moment to get some peace and quiet, so that is why I'm enjoying it so much. Okay, so I am just about to hit the expressway, so I am going to enjoy the serenity and I'll see you guys there. Just missed the turn off in media. Crisis averted. Okay, we are now almost there. I got bored of my own company after like 3 minutes. So I popped on the Lazy CEO podcast. I just love that podcast. It always makes me feel pumped. Ready for this workshop now. If you have any podcasts that you love, drop them in the comments. Honestly, guys, though, this drive is beautiful. It's actually the reason why I missed the turn off. Obviously, I'm driving, so I can't show you it now. I'll show you once we get there. If you guys haven't been to the Barossa, you need to come. It's amazing. I'm literally just driving past the wineries of all of these wines that I love. Oh, little sheep. So cute. Okay, should be up here on the left. My gosh. Guys, this place is stunning. Such a beautiful location and beautiful wines. What is not to love? See you in there. Okay, so our workshop starts in about an hour, so we are going to go and get set up. Is this my coffee? Yeah. Okay. How did that even happen? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so introduction. So if I do the intro, you do housekeeping. Yep. I'll do a quick run through of the agenda. Do you want me just to go through the basics and then you can just jump in?
I'll just jump in with little tips.
Yeah,
so
cool.
Which I think is what we normally do anyway.
Yeah, cool. And then so we're going to be going through cutters, texture mats, and terrazzo. And then so I'm thinking that we aim to have everybody's stuff in the oven at 12:45.
Yep.
Because then that will give it, say, half an hour for it to be baked, then a little bit of time to cool. They'll have almost half an hour to put everything together. We're not glazing anything.
Wait. Doesn't, oh, it starts at 11. Oh, it started at 10. And then I'm like, wait, we got here at 9:30. Okay.
Maybe we say 12:30 to 12:45 because we always know everybody always runs over.
Yeah.
Everyone's always trying to steal that last little minute.
We'll just give them warnings at 12:30. Be like, we're going to put them in the oven in the...
Yes, and that 15 minutes will be our buffer. Yep, wicked. Cool. Okay, we're good. Coffee? Yeah, that's your coffee. Mum's just sorting out all the findings because they spill in the car. How annoying. Yeah, that is your coffee. We need to put them on coffee. So, lesson learnt, if you are going off site, make sure that you have a lid on your findings. Because we didn't. We should have. This is why we build in buffers for silly things like this that happen.
Yep. That's why I came early.
I feel like I need coffee for this job. I'll just get a quick shot. I can't believe I did this. Sorry guys, my bad. Lesson learned. Oh, good.
So because we have all of our clay cubed up, I'm actually going to show everyone how much clay a cube gives. So I have my base piece that I've rolled out, so I can say this is how much you would get from one cube. And then my skinnier pieces for terrazzo, they make obviously larger pieces because they're rolled thinner, but just so that they have an idea of how many cubes they might need for a couple of pairs of earrings.
So we're pretty much set up. I'm just going to go outside and I'm going to actually get a few shots for a reel that we're going to post today. And then when we come back, we are going to be kicking off the workshop. So we are now just waiting for all of the guests to arrive and then we can jump into it. So we've just finished the creating part of the session and now we're going to take a little bit of a half-hour break while they do a wine tasting. Amazing. And then when they come back, all of their pieces will be baked and we'll get ready to assemble them all. I hope you've enjoyed our video today. If you did have any questions or comments at all, feel free to drop them in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and we will see you next time.